Okay, let's start with a number. $1 billion. I mean, what does a number like that even mean in the world of football? Are we talking about a crazy new stadium, a record-shattering transfer fee? It's actually something way, way bigger.
That's right, $1 billion prize purse for a tournament that has, well, completely redrawn the map of global club football. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a full-blown revolution. And the stakes? They're higher than anyone ever imagined. Okay, let's dive into this. To really get what's going on here, we first have to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this change. Look, FIFA didn't just tinker with the old Club World Cup. They basically tore up the blueprint and started from scratch.
So let's break it down. On the left, you've got the old format, right? It was this cozy 7-team tournament held every single year with just the continental champions. But on the right, whoa, that's the new beast, a massive 32-team spectacle that happens only once every 4 years. It's basically built to look and feel just like the FIFA World Cup for national teams. And that word quadrennial, that's the key. It just means happening every 4 years. By shifting to this cycle, FIFA has instantly jacked up the tournament's prestige. It's no longer just another fixture crammed into an already busy calendar. Now it's a rare, pinnacle event that the world's best clubs will spend years planning and fighting just to qualify for. Of course, you know the biggest driver of that fight is the money. That $1 billion prize pool is completely reshaping the economics of clubs, both big and small. And when you see the numbers, you'll get exactly why. This chart, this really puts the transformative power of this prize money into perspective. For a European giant, okay, it's a nice bonus. But for clubs from other continents, it is a complete and total game changer. The minimum payout of over $9 million for an African team is more than double the entire prize for winning the CAF Champions League, which is their top club competition. That's not just a bonus. That's money that can build a brand new training ground, fund a youth academy for a decade, or let a club keep its star players from getting poached. It literally creates a whole new financial reality.
And this breakdown just shows how much was on the line at every single stage. Clubs got millions just for showing up. And then every single result in the group stage had a price tag. We're talking $2 million for a win, $1 million for a draw. From there, the money just skyrockets through the knockout rounds, all the way to the champions, Chelsea, taking home an estimated $114 million. Incredible.
But, a change this seismic doesn't happen without some controversy. This huge expansion created a whole new set of problems that have sparked some really intense debate all across the football world. So the number one concern has been player welfare. You're adding a month-long, high-intensity competition to a global calendar that is already bursting at the seams. And on top of that, there were some major logistical challenges in the United States, with players and managers complaining about playing in extreme heat and on these temporary grass pitches that were just laid over artificial turf in NFL stadiums.
In this powerful statement, it comes from the president of FIFPro. That's the global union for all professional football players. It just cuts right to the heart of the issue. He's arguing that the players, the very people who make the game possible, weren't even properly consulted about a tournament that puts these huge new demands on their physical and mental health.
Another pretty significant storyline was the very public alliance between FIFA's top brass and the host nation's government. FIFA President Gianni Infantino was seen pretty frequently alongside then-President Donald Trump, who ended up taking a central role in the final trophy presentation. It created a memorable, and for a lot of people, a controversial image for the tournament.
But you know what? Despite all the off-field debates, the tournament delivered exactly what it promised on the pitch. Unpredictable drama, incredible underdog stories, and a new, undisputed world champion. The shock of the tournament, it had to be this one in the round of 16. Manchester City, who were the champs of the final tournament under the old format, they get knocked out by Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal. It was this breathless 4-3 classic that went all the way to extra time, where Al Hilal's relentless counterattacking football was just too much for the European champions. It was a huge signal that, hey, maybe the gap between the continents is closing. And if you want the ultimate underdog story, look no further than Auckland City. So after a massive 10-0 loss to Bayern Munich, this semi-professional team from New Zealand, with a squad that had a PE teacher and a barber in it, earned a historic 1-1 draw. And not just against anyone, against Boca Juniors, one of the most legendary clubs in South American history. This is exactly what makes this new format so special. The potential for these incredible David versus Goliath moments on a global stage.
The team that managed to navigate this minefield of potential upsets was Chelsea. They battled past the Brazilian side Palmeiras in a super tight quarterfinal.
Then they overcame another Brazilian powerhouse, Fluminense, in the semis to book their ticket to the final at MetLife Stadium.
And in that final, they left absolutely no doubt. A dominant 3-0 victory over Paris Saint-Germain, powered by 2 goals from Cole Palmer, crowned Chelsea as the very first champions of the new FIFA Club World Cup. So, the 2025 Club World Cup is in the history books. It delivered incredible financial windfalls and some truly unforgettable drama on the field. But it also raised some really serious questions about player welfare and the relentless commercialization of the sport. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Is this the dawn of a brilliant new era for club football? Or have we just created a beautiful but punishing gilded cage?